Welcome or welcome back to the CNC Advantage. I'm Christy and Cooper's not with us because it's a late night reading and he's sleeping. He needs his beauty rest. But this is a reading for Aries for the whole month of July, and we did the Celtic Cross for you guys. So let's get started, shall we? Your current energy popped out 3 cards. So we've got quite a bit of energy going on here, and you're going to find that kind of remains very constant throughout the whole cross here. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, we have the Chariot upright, and we have the Two of Swords in reverse for your current energy. Whew. So just bear with me on this one, all right? We're just reading energy, and we're going to work through this together, okay? You've been in some vainful energy, possibly been sleeping around a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be nice. All right. You've been trying to find ways to transmute your energy through sex, okay? Possibly through some candle magic and things of that sort. You've been casting some spells and stuff like that, but you're finding that they've been rebounding. You've been trying to step into the Chariot energy so that way you can have swift forward movement towards your goals and what you've been manifesting. But you have the Two of Swords in reverse. There's much that you're not seeing to the situation, and it's just not playing out the way that you had hoped. And you're staying blind to the truth in all of it. Your truth, their truth, all the truth is what I'm hearing, okay? So what you're going to find challenging in all this, which I know, right, is you got a few cards here. 8 of Cups in reverse. You're going to have trouble walking away from it. You don't want the cycle to end. You have the King of Wands in reverse and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So you want to stay in this sexual energy that you're in, this lustful energy. And you're finding that you're not getting the support from friends and family or co-workers, maybe your attorney, whatever it is, right? You're not getting... they're not working with you as a team on this. But you're finding it extremely difficult to walk away from the situation so that way the cycle will end, the story, and you can just move on. You don't want this. And you want to stay in this lustful energies, and you're having trouble letting go of someone or something, right? And it's making it so you feel like everyone is turning on you at this time. That's what you're finding challenging. What Spirit says you can focus on at this time, you got a whole freaking book here. So here we go. King of Pentacles upright, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, High Priestess in reverse, Strength in reverse, and the 5 of Cups upright. Ooh, man. The energy is just, it's heavy and it's thick. And it's almost just super difficult to read. I can almost feel my head start to like hurt, and I'm so sorry. I don't enjoy giving tough readings like this, but Spirit says that they're needed. So here I am. Alright, here we go. King of Pentacles, what you can focus on. You can focus on what's good in your life still, what you still have, that you have your work, that you have unconditional love, maybe through a pet in your life, that you still have some type of peace and serenity that you can hold on to. That you're not homeless, right? You got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, right? You're not sick, you have your health, so to hold on to those things and to focus on those, that'll be a good thing for you right now. You have the High Priestess and Strength in reverse. So with the High Priestess, what I'm hearing is that you can start connecting to your intuition and following your gut more, listening to your heart. Maybe your masculine side has taken over so much that your ego is just off the charts, right? And it's holding you back. So if you could try to connect to your heart chakra, probably do some heart chakra meditations, unblock it, things of that sort that will benefit you at this time. You have Strength in reverse. So again, maybe you have been too much in your masculine side. To embrace your feminine side a little bit more, which opens up the avenues of understanding, compassion, and it does take strength to be open to those things like that. Even when you're super mad at someone or you're super frustrated or annoyed, it takes extreme strength to draw back and just to stay in your own inner peace, to not just say the first thing that comes to your mind. So if you don't want it said to you, don't say it to someone else, and that takes a lot of strength. And then what else you can focus on at this time for July is the Five of Cups upright. So this card is, of a regretful nature, right? You're looking at those three cups and how great they were and how you want to get them back and this and that. And while you're doing that, this one cup's tipping over. One of your full cups is draining out. You're losing more than you're gaining by putting your focus in the wrong areas. So if you start doing these things over here, then you can turn this all around somehow, okay? The energy that you're leaving behind, or that you're coming from, so that kind of explains why you're going through such a hard time, is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You are playing out a karmic cycle to the max. That's what I'm hearing. You want to turn this wheel upright, and you want to feel like you're in control of the situation, but honestly right now, control is the least of your concerns, is what I'm hearing. Letting go of the situation may be the best way to move forward. What you can focus on or the strengths that you have that you can lean on this time is, don't be so driven on just what you want, your victories, your goals, your successes. Maybe your goals are not in alignment with your highest good. So getting back, getting even, doing these things, being vindictive, getting as much out of the situation as you can get, your goals that you have right now need to be modified in order for you to find success. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. I know it's hard to hear, right? But your future energy, you got two cards on the fence. You got the Six of Cups, and you got the Empress on the fence. Okay. So the Six of Cups speaks of nostalgia. So you're kind of holding on to traditions, or like you were taught to do it this way. And Spirit is saying just because they did it that way doesn't mean it's your path. You're looking at the Six Cups as far as, that they're full, that you liked what you had. You liked the love that it brought, the unconditional love, that they were loyal and faithful to you. But they no longer serve your highest good, so you need to just let the hopes and dreams for that to go away, to just move on to something else. And that may be why you have the Empress on the fence as well. So stop focusing on this past failure or ending of something, right? This last karmic cycle. Stop focusing on that so much and start looking towards the future as far as how can I start over? How can I start anew? How can I put my life back together instead of punishing whoever was in your past? Or whatever it is for you, right? I mean, that's just what I'm hearing. Okay? So maybe come up with new manifestations, new goals, new dreams, and then ask yourself, what can I do to make those happen? Okay? Advice from Spirit. You got these on the fence. You got the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Now these cards are facing the opposite direction. So you got one going this way and you got one going that way. So you're going to feel a power struggle between messages of how to move forward and dealing with the truth of all this. Your truth, their truth, the truth of how good it would be to start over. It's scary. It's super scary to start over. And I totally get you on that. But Spirit is saying that you are fierce and you are super creative and passionate, and anything that you put your mind to, you can achieve, right? But if it doesn't benefit your highest good, like they're saying here, then Spirit's not going to allow it to happen. They're not going to allow you to punish someone when they were just doing what the divine had already instructed them to do. It wasn't what you wanted, but they were instructed to do it. So therefore, your logic and, the way that you're looking, your perspective on it may not be what you think, because you're so emotionally attached to it. So once you let go of those emotional attachments, the love, the remorse, the vindictiveness, to get even, right? Once you drop those, your new path is just going to light right up for you. And that's what he wants for you. So the next card speaks to your environment. Take a deep breath for me, all right? You have the Ten of Pentacles on the fence. So you might find July to be a penny pinching month. Maybe it'll be better serve you to not spend all your money on stuff, to save as much as you can, put it away, save it for a rainy day kind of thing. You may have some car troubles. You may have some extra bills that you weren't expecting, okay? So just tighten down on that budget a little bit, and that should play to your favor in the long run. Your hopes and fears. You have the Knight of Pentacles upright, And you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. You're afraid that you're going to lose everything. All your wish fulfillment, your love, your soulmate, your friends, family, children, your magical gifts. You're afraid that you're losing yourself to this whole situation, like it's eating you whole. And you feel like you just want things to slow down and start going your way. You keep hoping that if you drag your feet on this long enough that they're going to come to their senses and come back to you, kind of thing. That's what you're hoping for, right? And you fear that it's not going to happen. Maybe for good reason. Maybe it doesn't benefit you anymore. Your potential outcome for July is you have the Moon in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. There's much here that you're not seeing, is what I'm getting with the Moon in reverse. But it's all going to come to light real soon. And then you're going to be sitting in your Two of Wands in reverse. You're going to be indecisive. You're going to feel a bit lost. You're going to feel a bit stuck. Like, you know, if your money is that tight, you know, you're not going to be traveling. You're not going to be taking that vacation now. You're going to be staying home. You're going to be working extra hours. You know, it is what it is, you know. We take life in stride, you know. It's like a roller coaster. What are the highs without the lows? So you're working your way through a challenging time. And that's just the best way to put it. Clear and concise. You may not feel very creative, passionate. You may not feel that there's much love or compassion in your life at this time. But when you take away all those external things, it gives you time to work on yourself. On the bottom of the deck, when I stopped, you have the Hangman in reverse. This will give you time to gain a new perspective, because your perspective right now might be skewed. It might be, you know, anger and hate driven, right? Ego driven. So if you take time to be emotionally detached, so you can rationally think about the situation, so you can gain a better perspective on your future, I think that would be very beneficial to you at this time. Okay? Well, I know that this reading was real hard to hear, but if you appreciate the time and the energy that goes into these readings, go ahead and smash that like button. If you'd like to leave a comment on how your situation is going or anything like that, I'll do what I can to help if you have any questions. And, you know, if you would like more readings like this and how to proceed forward in the future, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and you'll be notified. Well, I guess until next time, you guys, in love and light.